Hey yogis, welcome back to my channel, BelleYogi. My name is Michelle and I'll be leading you through a session today that is all about waking up and activating the abductor and the adductor muscles, the inner and outer thighs. So we're going to start in Siddhasana with one ankle on top of the other, and just begin to close your eyes and start to tune into the breath. So there's an intelligence to the breath and it knows exactly where you need it. So just surrender to that intelligence. And feel the breath as it goes in through the nose and out through the nose. See if you can begin to make the breath the same length. So if you're breathing for a count of 3 or 4, breathe out for that same duration. And as you're doing this, just soften all the muscles in the face. Try to relax the shoulders down and sit up nice and tall. Now this next time you breathe out, I want you to see if you can take the breath a little bit longer. Dirga Prashvasa means long breath or deep breath, right? So it's like a 2 to 1 breath. We're going to try this 3 times. So you're going to breathe in normally, and as you exhale, see if you can double the length of the breath. This should be effortless. So if you're struggling, just take it back a bit. The exhale is removing toxins. Good, and once you've done that, just relax the breath again. Breathe normally and naturally. Make sure that you're breathing diaphragmatically. Maybe even place one hand on your belly and breathe into your hand. That helps. And notice the areas of the body that are not receiving the breath. And see if you can breathe into those spaces. That's where we hold fear, doubt, worry. The spaces that the breath, the prana, is not able to get to. And then just continue to breathe diaphragmatically. You're going to walk your hands forward. So hinging forward from the waist slightly. Take a few breaths here. And then walk your hands to the right. You may begin to feel the left side of the body a bit. And then walk your hands over to the left. And then come back through center. You're going to switch the feet. So if one ankle was on top of the other, switch other foot on top. And do the same thing. Hinge forward from the waist. Walk your hands forward. Breathe here. And then slowly walk your hands to the right. Few deep diaphragmatic breaths. And then walk your hands to the left. Nice. Then we're going to come to a seated position on, or actually a lying down on our backs. All the way down. So feet are hip distance apart. And just take a moment here, just double check, make sure you're breathing diaphragmatically. On the next time you exhale, slightly press the feet into the floor, engage the pelvic floor, lifting Mula Bandha up, and on your inhale, release and relax. So exhale, everything is energetically lifting, and then inhale, release. And do this about 3 more times. It's really subtle and gentle. Not so much of a muscular force to it. Good, and then let that go. Just drop your knees a bit side to side. Just beginning to kind of move the lower body here. Okay. Then from here, you're going to take your right ankle and cross it on top of your left thigh. You're going to take your hands. I want you to take your left hand on the inner thigh and the right hand on the outer thigh and start to internally rotate the thigh. So you're pressing your left hand away from you and your right hand towards you. Now as you do this, you're going to press the knee. So you're doing internal rotation in the thigh, and I want you to think external rotation in the leg. So press the knee away from you. Relax the head, keep the head down. Good, and just kind of just fire up the inner and outer thighs here gently. Take a few deep breaths. Good, and then release. Now I want you to do the opposite. You're going to do an external rotation. You're taking your right hand and pushing it away from you. Your left hand is in between your legs and you're pulling it in, right? So external rotation in the legs with your hands, and then press your knee gently into your hand. So you're trying to work the adductors here, the inner thighs, right? So the knees slightly pressing in towards you, and take some deep breaths there. Good, release that effort. Release the right foot to the floor, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now left ankle crosses over right thigh. You're going to take your right hand on the inside of the leg. We'll start with what we just did on the other side. So you're going to push the left hand away and the right hand towards you. Think external rotation with the hands. And then internal rotation with the leg. So you're pressing the left knee into the hand and the left knee slightly going towards you. And just take a few deep breaths right here. Effortless effort here. And then release that effort. Now we're going to do internal rotation with the hands. So you're going to press the right hand away from you, the left hand towards you, and then external rotation with the leg, you're going to slightly press the left knee away from you. Firing up all those little muscles here. Good, and then release your effort. Take your left foot to the floor. Draw your right knee towards your chest. And this time a little different, but kind of similar exercise. You're going to interlace the fingers behind the right leg. And now you're going to start to pull your leg in towards you. Don't let it go all the way in, but just feel some resistance there. As you're pulling in, I want you to press the knee or the thigh back into the hands. You might notice your lower abs start to engage here because everything's really connected. Good, and then release your effort. You're going to interlace the hands now in front of the thigh, and I want you to push your hands into your thigh, but then gently press your knee back into your hands. So again, finding that resistance, finding that opposing tension, and you might start to feel your lower abs engage, right? So press the lower back into the floor. Good, and then release that effort. Right foot comes down. Take a moment just to notice the difference between the right and the left side here. Good. You might feel a little more activation in that right thigh. And then you're going to start to interlace the fingers behind the left leg, and same thing here. Slightly pull the knee in. I'm sorry, slightly pull the hands towards you and then press the knee away from you. Excuse me. The lower back is still pressing into the floor. And then release that effort. Interlace the fingers on top of the thigh. Same thing here. You're going to press the knee away, pull the knee in. Make sure your lower back's not lifted away from the floor. Good, and then release that effort. Let's again rock the knees a bit side to side so my feet are about mat distance, and just dropping one at a time. Nice, and then interlace or wrap your arms behind your thighs, rock and roll front to back a few times, and we'll come on to hands and knees. So from here, hands and knees, you spread your fingers nice and wide. Inhale, arch your back, look up. And exhale, push your hands into the floor around your spine. And just do a few cat-cows as you inhale. Broaden the collarbone as you exhale, navel to spine. Okay, this next time you exhale one more time, and then this next time find a flat back. Tabletop position. So you're going to take your right knee across your body over to your left elbow. Exhale. And then inhale, extend the leg out to a diagonal line. There's an external rotation in the leg. Foot is flexed, leg is straight. So exhale, draw your knee in. Across your body to your left elbow, and then inhale, extend. And I want you to just do this like 5 times. So exhale in, inhale, extend. Good for 3. I might have miscounted 4. And one more time. Exhale, inhale. Hold this external rotation in the leg. Leg is straight. And I just want little tiny lifts with that leg for 10, 9, keep your core engaged, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that right knee down, bring your big toes together, sit to your heels, relax in child's pose, relax all the effort in the abdomen, so no more tight abs here. Just let the belly rest on the thighs as you breathe. Good, and then we'll come back to all fours and do the other side. So from here, left knee over to right elbow. Inhale, extend. When you extend in that 45-degree angle, you have a little external rotation, so toes are facing the long edge of your mat. Good, let's do 3 more. Last one. Hold that leg out in that diagonal line. Foot is flexed, little tiny pulses, using your gluteus medius mostly here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release the left knee to the floor. Sit back towards your heels and take a break one more time, resting in child's pose, Balasana. All right, fine. So from here, I'm just going to turn to face you to show you this one, if I have enough space here. And you're going to take your leg out to the side. So back to tabletop position. Make sure that you're not arching your back too much. So strong abs here, navel to spine, engage the lower belly. And you're going to lean a little bit more weight into your left hand and then lift that right leg up 90 degrees. Lower it down on the exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. See if you can bring the knees straight out to the side. So this is 3, 4, 5, and hold. Now lean a little bit more weight into the right hand. Even out that weight. Right knee is lifted. Stay here. You can keep lifting and lowering if that's better for you for 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, release, 1. Okay, we're gonna do the other side. So on your inhale, left leg lifts up. Keep the knee bent, exhale, release. We'll do 5. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next time you hold it up and hold. Put a little more weight into your left hand, even it out, hold it here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's really working the abductors, right? The outer thighs. Good. And then from here, let's lift those hips up and back and take downward facing dog. You can really stretch out the back of the legs. If you'd like, you can kind of sway your hips a bit. If those abductors are feeling it, this might help stretch it out and bring a little more mobility in those hips. And then gently walk your feet forward towards your hands. And then come all the way up to a stand. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to your side. Okay, from here, you're gonna take a big step back with your left foot. Right toes are facing forward, left toes are facing the long edge of your mat. Bend your right knee in warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2, arms out to a T. We're really pressing that right knee back slightly. So you've already engaged the inner and outer thighs, so your legs should feel pretty strong. Maybe not, but it might help. Probably helps. All right, so then the inhale, straighten that right leg, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Do it a few more times. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. This next time we straighten, inhale, switch the feet. Right toes turn towards the long edge, left toes turn towards the back, and then bend your left knee, warrior 2. Good. And we'll do that bend, extend again. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Move with your breath. Good, inhale, straighten. And then exhale, toes are turned out, heels are in. You're gonna bend your elbows and sit down, bend your knees. Inhale, extend, reach your arms up. See if you can look at your hands, test your balance. And then exhale, bend again. Good, so that was 2, we're going to 5. Good, hold goddess pose, press those elbows back, stretching out through the chest muscles. See if you can keep your shoulders directly on top of the hips instead of leaning forward here. For 3, breathe deeply. 2, and 1. Release the hands to the thighs. I want you to dip the left shoulder in and slightly look over your right shoulder. You can even kind of rock side to side if that feels good. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Inhale, come through center, drop the right shoulder in. Good, come back through center, extend your arms all the way up as you extend the legs. And then turn your right toes forward, left toes turn towards the long side of your mat. You're gonna bend your right knee, right forearm down, left arm comes up and over, side angle A here. So just find a nice long line of energy. Pressing that right knee back a little bit, engage the inner thigh. You might even, actually, you're engaging the outer thigh. You might feel a good stretch in the inner thigh. And then press down through the feet, come back up, switch again, left toes face the back, bend your left knee, left forearm comes down, right arm reaches to stretch. Make sure this left knee is not pressing inward. You want to press it back. Good, and press back up to stand. Now, your toes are going to turn in, your heels are turning out. Hands come to your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, nice flat back as you hinge forward all the way. Hands come down to the floor. Now, if your hands don't easily touch the floor, I need you to put blocks or books or something under, or even a chair, right? Under your hands, so you have some stability there. And then you're just going to forward fold over those legs. Take a few deep breaths here. As you breathe into the back of the legs. Good, and then lengthen through the spine. And you're going to jump the feet together. Jump the feet together now. So your hands are on the floor. And remember those leg lifts that we did on tabletop? Well, we're going to do them again, but this time the leg is going to be straight. So I need you to press a little bit more into your right hand. Press the right hand down into the floor. Lift the right leg up. Exhale, release. Do it again. Inhale, lift, and it doesn't have to be high. Exhale, release. Good, for 3. For 4. And 5. Good, this time, hold it up, or if you want to keep going with the up and down, you can. Hold it for 5. If you want to take it further, left arm out for 4. 3. 2. Find your breath. 1. And release. Take a moment just to forward fold over those legs. Release any tension that might have just built up in the neck or shoulders, especially if you took the arm out to the side. And then, again, arms straight. Lift the chest. Halfway. Okay, so you're going to now shift the weight to the right foot and the left hand. So naturally, it's going to shift into the right hand, but we want to kind of balance, counterbalance it. So pressing down into the left hand, your inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, lower. Good. Here's 4. 3. 2. And 1. Hold this next one up. Hold it for 5. Maybe arm goes out for 4. 3. 2. Good job. And 1. Release. Let the arms, or let the upper body hang. You can grab opposite elbows here. And then release the arms. Let's roll it up to stand. Take the shoulders, lift them up and back down a few times. And come to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway lift, look up. And then take your hands down, step your feet back. And drop your knees and sit back to child's pose again. From here, come on up, and you're going to draw your left knee up outside your left wrist and slide your right leg all the way back. So we're coming into a half frog. You can come onto your forearms here. Just rest your head on your hands. Maybe you want the knee just straight out in line with the hip as well. That's okay too. Whatever's most comfortable. Allow your belly to press into the floor as you diaphragmatically breathe here. And then extend your left leg back. When you're ready, you're gonna press yourself back up. Bring your right knee up towards your right wrist. Slide your left leg back and come back down onto your forearms. Stack your palms and rest your head. Good, and then extend your right leg back. Come on up, and we're going to come down onto our back. All right. Lie all the way down on your mat, and you're going to take a half happy baby. So pull your right knee into your chest. First, just kind of pull it in and give yourself a little hug here. And then draw the knee outside the rib cage and lift the foot up, the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Grab the inside of the foot, and then grab from the inside of the foot, the sole of the foot, and then draw the knee in and down outside your ribs towards the floor. Good. And then let's release that. Extend your right leg long. Pull your left knee into your chest. Give yourself a little hug here. And then take the knee out to the side. Sole of the foot up. Hand goes from the inside of the foot, wraps around the sole of the foot, and start to draw the knee in and down towards the floor. Good. And then let's release that. From here, you're going to bring both knees in, hug them in. Give yourself a great big hug for all that work you just put in. And then take full happy baby. Knees go out to the side. Soles of the feet are up towards the ceiling. Press the knees slightly down without too much force. So an effortless ease here. And just breathe into the space of the abdomen, the pelvic region. Good, and then you're going to draw the feet together. Soles of the feet together, similar to Supta Baddha Konasana, but feet are off the floor. And gently pull the knees in, pull the heels or the feet in towards the chest here. See if you can, as you do this, press the knees away from you. So feet are pulling in, knees are pressing out at the same time. Good, and then release that. Just let the feet come down to the floor. Supta Baddha Konasana, this is where we're going to end today. You can take your right hand to your heart, your left hand to your belly. Readjust if anything feels out of sorts, if you need to move at all. And then find a place where you can rest for just a minute or so. Notice which hand here is moving more. If your right hand, the one on the chest, is moving more than your left hand, see if you can draw the breath deeper into the body. The breath has the ability to nourish. So just notice if you're stopping the breath from nourishing in any spaces in the body. And see if just bringing your awareness to that area can help draw the breath in deeper. Relax all the muscles in the face. Keep the jaw relaxed and space between the teeth. And then let's release the hands. Take your hands to the outsides of the legs and gently draw the knees in together. Roll on to your left side. Your left side is really, laying on your left side is really good for digestion. So let all of that material, all of that stuff we just worked, digest in your body. You don't just digest food, you digest experience. anything that you take in with your senses, your body needs to digest, to assimilate. And then press yourself gently up to a seated position. Take your hands together at your heart. Bow your chin to your chest, honoring your highest self. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. It has been a pleasure making these videos for you. So like my videos, share with your friends, and ring the bell for notifications. I hope to see you soon, yogis. Namaste.